Welcome, everybody. It is that time. It is season 5. And last week, I said it was episode 6, but guess what? It wasn't episode 6. This is episode 6 of Monday Night Football here. Today is episode 6 again. Episode 6, part 2, here at the legendary Matt Gaston
God, I feel like we're Stranger
Center.
Things, you know.
The weather out there.
Well, that too, yeah.
Everything's Stranger Things.
From tornado warning to snow warning in less than 8 hours.
I'm sure we'll have an earthquake in 3 hours.
That's great.
I mean, we are on a fault line, so it could happen.
End of times.
It is.
Yeah, Brandon. Just so you guys know, Brandon just knocked on wood. So,
but I mean, we had a great week, big week. Let's just rip right into the OptiLink scoreboard real quick, and let me go over these scores. I'll go over Monday, Tuesday, really quick. So on Monday we had Coahula Creek boys and girls playing North Cobb. Coahula Creek girls winning 2-1. The boys losing 2-1. Christian Heritage playing Kings Ridge Christian. The girls losing 8-0. The boys losing 3-1. Plethora of matches on Tuesday. We had Northwest versus Lafayette, girls 5-1. Dalton versus Cartersville losing 2-1. Southeast versus Cedartown girls losing 1-0. Coahula Creek beating Murray County in a region game 3-0. North Murray losing to Union County girls 9-1. And then on the boys we had Northwest versus Lafayette 9-0. Southeast beating Cedartown 2-1. Dalton beating Cartersville 4-1 in overtime. 3 goals in overtime. Murray County boys beating Coahula Creek 2-0, and then Union County boys beating North Murray 3-2.
I don't know how I follow up Lafayette and Plethora.
You caught that too, right? You caught that too. I was like, I was going to bring it up later, but what was that?
All right, on Wednesday we had Dalton going down to Baylor 2-1. On the girls, Christian Heritage 0, Gordon Central 5. North Murray 1, LFO 3, and on the boys' side, Gordon Central 9, Christian Heritage 0, and LFO 2, North Murray 5.
And Friday the 13th, unlucky for some, lucky for others, we got Christian Heritage girls beating Chattooga 2-0. We got Coahula Creek Mercy ruling Rockmart for the girls. We got Dalton girls beating Southeast girls 8-0. We got North Wheat versus Heritage. The girls winning. Girls winning 3-2. We got Murray County against Union County. Union County beating Murray County girls 8-0. We got the Donald Academy girls losing 10-0 against North Murray. We got Christian Heritage boys beating Chattooga 1-0. We got Union County boys beating Murray County 2-0. We got North Murray boys beating the Dalton Academy 3-0. We got Coahula Creek boys Mercy ruling Rockmart 10-0. We got Northwest boys beating Heritage 5-0. And the big main event, El Clásico, going to penalties after 0-0, where Dalton did take the victory 4-2 in penalties. What a way to finish that week.
Well, it seems like the score roundup was beat up on wine.
Say that again?
It was beat up on wine time during the end. I was like, North Wheat.
My bad. I did that. And I'm wearing the scarf here representing Atlanta United.
Juan, represent.
They finally got their first dub of the year.
Crazy.
They got Tata back and everybody thought it'd be a different story.
Well, I mean, we talked about that. How much time we got?
We got about a minute on this.
All right, we can ramble.
It ain't. It's like everybody thinks when you get the band back together, it's going to sound like it did the first time. And man, it's hard to recreate magic.
It really is.
You just don't get Tata, and you don't get some of the players back together and be like, oh, we're making a playoff run. We're going to go deep. MLS Cup. That ain't how it works.
Hey, I was there when Atlanta won that first trophy at the Mercedes-Benz. There's a long story behind that, but that magic there, it's made me feel depressed the last few years, knowing that I was there at the high and all the lows we've gone through.
And that's the way it goes.
This is where fans are made, right here.
That's soccer, though.
With that, we're going to get ready to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to dive right into El Clásico. The biggest game of the year. I mean, for both schools, the stadium was packed.
I heard it was a great crowd.
There was a very good crowd. There was tons of video. I sent those to you. But with that, let's go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll talk about more of the Clásico.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
There's never been a better time to bank with Built-Well Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow. You are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
Because if you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
Because if you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. As we mentioned, this past Friday was El Clásico. But before we talk about El Clásico, let's just preface it a little bit about the week that Dalton had on the boys' side. Dalton, Todd,
mixed bag.
It was a mixed bag. 2 overtime games. They went to overtime versus Cartersville.
Mm-hmm.
Cartersville, I was at that game. They decided that Diego, you showed up for the
Thankfully,
overtime.
it went to overtime, so it let me pull up because I was at the Northwest game.
That game for them on the boys' side was a little bit. Jekyll and Hyde, it looks like they were just playing, knowing they had Baylor. They went in overtime. Finally, they turned it on one. Then, obviously, they played Baylor and go to Baylor. Tough matchup. Less than 24 hours later, having to play a very tough Baylor team. And then, obviously, they played El Clásico, which went into overtime. For the girls' side, the Dalton High, 1-1, 2-1 loss to Cartersville. And then, obviously, an 8-0 win over Southeast. I think I was at the game for the girls. It didn't look like the Dalton team that I'm used to seeing playing, and they looked. It was actually hot that day, so I don't know if he had something to play with. The girls were
Is this the Cartersville game?
Cartersville game.
Yeah.
Girls were just really. It's like they were out there, but it wasn't like you didn't hear no yelling, no hollering. Like hey, no, the energy was down.
Yeah.
So
you can sense it when that happens. I mean, you can see it out on the field, and things it just seems like there's no sense of urgency, and like. Just not going to be your day.
Wasn't that the same thing I said last week too with the whole energy vibe thing? So there might be something going on there. I will say though, you mentioned the Clásico game as well. I was a little surprised. No disrespect what I'm about to say, and this might be thing, but I was a little bit surprised they weren't mercy rule. Dalton girls didn't mercy rule Southeast girls.
Well, 8-0. I mean, it was.
It's a big score,
it was.
sure,
Yeah. It's a big
more.
score. I mean, I'm glad it wasn't. To be honest with you, kudos to Southeast for keeping it.
Well, yeah, and like I said on the girls' side, the Southeast. Let's just really touch base. They lost to Cedartown early in the week, 1-0, close game, and then they obviously had the 8-0 loss on Friday.
And it's hard to know like which Southeast team is it? Is it the Southeast girls that showed up that
took Northwest
stiffened up? Yeah, stiffened up against Northwest and gave them like a heck of a game. And they won that in PKs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, won that in PKs. Is that the team that's going to show up, or is it the other team that just seem inexperienced and don't like direction?
I think right now it's just inexperience. I mean, they're really young.
It's hard to be consistent when you're young.
And you have to go through this. That was the bad thing. You have to go through this to get better. So they're doing what they have to.
And then, like I said, the Dalton girls, they did what they did. They came back and they won, which they lost the first region week game. Then they came back and won this.
Now
one.
you thought they were going to come back in that Cartersville game too.
I thought they would. Because they did score, and they're the cardiac kids. They scored with 9-10 minutes left in the game, and I was like, okay, maybe they're going to score again. And they had a couple chances, they just couldn't get it.
It was like a replay of the game previously.
But it's like you can't keep going back to the well and expecting somebody to pull out some magic in the last couple of minutes of the game to bail you out. So it was a big ask.
And then for the Southeast boys, they played Cedartown as well. They won.
Nice win.
Nice 2-1 win with Cedartown. Coach King down there at Cedartown.
Tough team.
He's always plays Southeast tough. He always looks forward to that matchup, for especially going back the last 3 or 4 years. Cedartown's always amped up to play Southeast for some reason. And then the El Clásico,
0-0.
0-0.
I don't think that's a disappointing result for Southeast at all. 0-0. I think that's to me as a Southeast fan. I looked at that result and was like, wow, like that sets up beautifully for the return leg in April. I think Southeast has something on their shoulder, like unfinished business. We can take you to penalty kick 0-0. I'm excited.
They definitely drug Dalton into deep water. And it was an interesting week for Dalton because I feel like the Cartersville game was a little bit of a catch game, right? It sat right in front of Baylor.
Yep.
So they're looking at Baylor. But then I feel like there was some disappointment in Baylor because, number one, you didn't expect to go into extra time with Cartersville. So you got that on you. Then the next day you got to get up to go to Baylor. So you drive up there. Baylor is, you can say what you want to, they're a good side, and they're always up for the Dalton game.
They played amazing.
So they play a good game. Dalton loses that one. And then you have to get your mentality right to face a Southeast that's ready to go. Like it was
and physically in the Baylor game, it started raining in that second half. So, I mean, physically you're already tired, but even that's got to play a role in that. You're just knackered.
It was just an interesting scheduling week.
Well, and like I said, when I originally put out the schedule just for Dalton, when I did it January-ish time frame, the Baylor game was not on the schedule yet. So I think this got added on after the fact. Because, Todd, in Tennessee, they start playing later.
Yes. Baylor had only played like 3 games.
3 or 4 games. And then they've added a Notre Dame game to the schedule as well that will be played later on in the season. But you're right. I don't think, for Dalton, it was just a tough week. They played, look at the game. They played 280 minutes worth of game time this past week. And that's not counting the other region game that went in overtime. So they've been going to overtime in all the region games. And they got a tough game, which we haven't talked about, tomorrow night versus Alatoona, which is another region game.
No breaks.
So there's no breaks. But give credit to Southeast.
Yes.
I was there for the game. I didn't get there for the first half. I got there for the second half. When I got there, it was 0-0. Southeast did what they did. They knew, we're going to try to counter when we can. We're just going to absorb pressure. They sat back. They absorbed it. They defended. Brandon, Munoz, the keeper, played well. Ray Rivera, wasn't really tested that much in regulation. Now, come overtime, Southeast started pressing a little bit more. They had a couple chances. They had one great chance in the middle of the box. Corner kick, ball landed in there. It was just pinballing. That could have been it. Dalton pressed. Southeast started doing a lot of ticky-tack fouls within the Joe Gonzalez area, which I'm like, why are they doing this? They were just the cooler heads weren't prevailing.
Yeah. They liked the situational awareness that you would have liked for them to.
But then, they took it to overtime. They took it to PKs, and the best team won. And I sent you the video.
Get out.
Dalton, they did what they had to do.
I was being civil.
They made their 4 PKs. Southeast missed one, had one stopped. I don't know what else to say.
In the soccer world, I was telling Brandon this, when you go to penalty kicks, the official result goes down as a draw. It's this Georgia standing where it actually counts the win as penalty kicks.
Right.
But as far as I'm concerned, it was a draw.
Right.
It was a draw as far as I'm concerned.
And if it was a cup tournament, you would say you would say draw, so-and-so advances on penalties.
Well, a couple years ago, they were draws.
That's
remember
true.
They used to be draws, but
not
unless it was a region game, it was not a draw.
I do like the better scenario now, but so like I said, an interesting week for both Dalton and Southeast on the boys' side, and the region. Dalton's got a chokehold on the region, and then Southeast sitting there at 2-2, I think, in the region as well, and Dalton's 4-0.
Well, Dalton's 4-0 along with Alatoona, so that's why I said
what a match that's going to be tomorrow.
That's going to be good.
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
I was going to complain that I can't go watch because of the dang coaching, but
it's all right.
I'll depend on y'all.
But with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk about more Monday Night Football.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
Hey, welcome back to Monday Night Football. We're going into our third segment. We're going to talk about the north end of the county, Northwest,
your side of town,
Cuyahoga Creek. Yeah, my side of town. Once again, I mean, we can start out with where do you guys want to start out?
Let's just start out with Creek. Let's start out with Creek. Look at Creek. The girls came out 2-1 win earlier in the week versus North Cobb Christian. The boys losing 2-1 versus North Cobb Christian.
Yeah,
and then Cuyahoga having to come back playing Murray County, region game for both teams. Cuyahoga Creek girls getting that region win, putting them in the driver's seat to take that region.
They are.
Murray County with a dub over Cuyahoga Creek, putting Murray County in the driver's seat for that region. Reversal of future. And then obviously they all had a game on Friday, Cuyahoga Creek, both Cuyahoga Creek and
North Wheat.
And both boys and girls beating Rockmart 10-0.
Yeah.
So
and then I think Murray ended up losing on the guys' side to Union County.
Yes, 8-0 for
so
the girls.
that was actually 2-0.
So if you look at the standings right now, Murray County boys coming in at 73, Murray County girls at 5-5, Cuyahoga Creek boys coming in at 2-6, and then Cuyahoga Creek girls at 7-2. Todd, really quick, what do you think about those for the Creek side? What is it looking like for you right now?
The Creek girls are going to control their own destiny. I mean, they're going to have to play. They're going to play Sonoraville. Like that's going to be
Sonoraville, or what do you call them still?
Sonora.
No. We don't say that. We show respect to the ones down in Sonoraville. So that's going to be a game, and I forget they have another pretty big region game as well. That's going to be coming up. Basically, there's two other teams in the region that are also ranked in the top 10 in the state in 2A. So they got some big games coming up. But you know what? The way they've been playing. The confidence they've been playing with, I think they have it in them to get the results that they need.
They got Ringgold next, so
yep,
yeah. So
that's
on the boys. That's going to be a much bigger game. I think the Creek girls will handle Ringgold. On the flip side, I think Ringgold gets the better of Creek. The Creek boys, once again, just young. And Jacobo talked about not having the depth on the bench and haven't been to a few games now. You can see that he rotates he doesn't go really deep on the bench, and then at the same time you see a lot of formation variation with just moving the same players on the field to try to fill holes. But you know what? They got a great result the other night. Also builds confidence when you're putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Right, even if you lose, just scoring, you can.
You can feel a lot better just scoring some goals.
And then Todd, let's pivot over to your alma mater, Northwest. On the boys' side, they are the only undefeated team in the area for the boys, 8-0 record.
Wow.
Then you have the girls coming in. They were on a little losing streak, but they turned it around.
They picked up form.
They got a win on Friday. But they were able to run their record to 5-4. Earlier in the week, Northwest girls beat Lafayette 5-1.
Okay, now you're just doubling down on it.
Yeah, now you're just doubling down Lafayette.
And then the boys, obviously,
you know why?
9-0
You know why? Because it's March Madness.
Oh yes,
I don't watch basketball.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously a big region game, which Todd, you were surprised. Northwest girls over Heritage in Ringo 3-2, and then the boys, with an easy 5-0 win over Heritage.
The boys are just handling business, and which I would expect them to do, especially just seeing the results. I mean, it's the zero. It's all the zeros that they're playing, and like 1-goal games where the other teams are scoring. Not at all. It's a shutout, or they're giving up like 1 goal. Well, that's to me the part that is impressive. And
if
go ahead,
looking at the region,
go ahead.
They're in 3A.
Yeah,
the schools that Northwest are playing in their region are not predominantly strong soccer programs.
Correct.
So the expectation is they should win their region easily and handily. There's no team that should give them an issue in region.
Well, they're definitely meeting that expectation if that's the expectation.
Because
I don't disagree with you.
Because you're playing Ringgold, you're playing Adairsville. Look what they're doing. Those schools that are predominantly not that. Girls side, they're doing they're doing the same thing. If you put Northwest in the regular classification they were before, which was Southeast and Dalton, then it would be a little bit different. But right now, they are the favorite. They should be the favorite to run the table, win region, and potentially play Johnson again in a final.
Can you imagine that rematch of that final?
A lot has to go right. Like, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean that's potentially what you're looking at.
Now, I will say,
are you looking at this? Are you looking at region?
Yeah, I am looking at region.
Well, you look at that. I want to talk about the Northwest Lafayette game because I mean that 5-1 definitely flatters Lafayette, which again, I'll respect to our opponents. That game, in fact, the goal that was scored was due to a goalkeeping error. Coach Frasto, what he has tactically changed with the Northwest girls, I'm a huge fan of. He's incorporated that sweeper role beautifully in there. He was struggling a little bit to get the girls to buy in, but from what I've been told, the girls have bought in now. And I mean, the tactical setup from the Northwest girls was so good. It should have been more than 5-1, but I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I'm even more excited. I was excited for the game today that I'm sure we'll talk about later. Got postponed, but I think they're definitely going to be.
And Todd, I see you pulled up. We got about a minute left, so you pull the region.
Yeah. So region 3A, Northwest is in second place on the girls' side with Adairsville in first place. So Northwest sitting at 3-1, Calhoun in third, Heritage, Lafayette, Gilmer, and Ridgeland. So the girls just need to. They've already played Adairsville.
They play Calhoun tomorrow,
right? So that's a huge game for them. That's the game they got to win, and they can hold on to that second place and potentially get a nice seeding for playoffs.
And for the boys, that's the game that I see that could give Northwest the Calhoun game. Maybe some trouble.
Maybe.
But Ridgeland should be mercy rule.
Yeah.
Gilmer?
Gilmer is that. I mean, they met them last year. That was a super tough game. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't think Gilmer's got what they had last year, but that'll be a decent test. Calhoun will be the real test.
Well, like I said,
excited for that.
I'm predicting they should at least make a deep run on the boys' side.
Oh,
I'll be at the Calhoun game. So
no. I think they'd be disappointed if they didn't. Yeah. Given their schedule, they should win the region. They should get a favorable draw. They should at least get like maybe a home game or two. Where that first one they mercy rule somebody from nowhere, South Georgia.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll talk about the teams on the other side of the Conasauga River.
Right.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankley Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple, so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
Welcome back, everybody. So let's go ahead and talk about that other side of the river, the beautiful, beautiful Murray County, sister to Dalton, Georgia. Murray County girls.
Are you the lost adopted son of Murray County?
I will. Murray County has a special place in my heart for a lot of personal reasons.
Hey, Murray, just as a general, and I mean all of Murray. You guys want to adopt Diego? Like he's like a man. He's like a man without a county right now.
I'm a man with multiple counties.
Or
as a matter of fact.
If you're up to sharing, like he would also like to adopt you.
But yeah, let's get back on track, Dale. Let's talk about Murray County.
No chance of that.
You were talking about what Murray County?
I don't have a track. I was gonna say, Murray County girls. They showed a lot earlier in the season. They've been, as you mentioned, struggling a little bit. I mean, they haven't scored here this week from what I'm looking at. But overall, I mean, I'm still excited about it. What do y'all think?
Well, they're at 500 right now. The middle part of the season, they're at 500, 5-5. They did have a little bit of a win streak there. Then they're coming off a couple of games losing. They lost 8-0 to Union County on Friday. And then if I'm not mistaken, did they have another game?
Murray County
last week? Yeah, I mean they lost. They lost to number 4 in the state, Color Creek.
Color Creek 3-0, which is a respectable scoreline.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't one-way traffic in that game. Yeah. It's not like the game should have been like Mercy Rule or something.
And then the boys, the Murray County boys, they came out. Yes. They've ran their record to 7-3. They're actually awesome. They're on a little winning streak here. Yeah. They had that big region win over Coahulla.
It was,
and I guess you can see the schedule remaining for them or their region. They're probably in the driver's seat. And then they had the big game versus Union County on Friday, which they actually lost that Union County game. So I think if you look at region, I think Union is in the region. So I think that maybe throws them a little bit of a curveball there.
But the game, so I got to. That was my first chance to see Murray County boys up close and personal against Coahulla Creek. And Coach Fred Gould, they just call him Coach Fred, he is like an extremely humble individual. And it's like after the game, he goes, I just stand on the sideline and the boys do all the work out on the field. And extremely humble about being able to coach that group over there. And, they're just difficult to play against. They don't do anything flashy. They just grind it out for 80 minutes, and they take advantage of their opportunities, and they really frustrate teams who are like, I watched Color Creek try to play, and they just stifle them the whole game. So
I like what you said, though, because I do love that coaching style where you do your coaching before and after the game, but during the game, you truly trust the players. Because I think if the players buy into that, that gives the players a little bit extra oomph, like, hey, guys.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and you know what? That was a game last year. That's 2 years in a row that Murray has beaten Creek. Beat them at Murray last year, and then went to Creek this year. And when the whistle blew, it was still a big deal, and they acknowledged. It was kind of like acknowledgement, like we're not a doormat anymore. And it's like it was a big deal that they won that game to them, because I was surprised the amount of emotion that they came out with after they won.
That's awesome to see that kind of emotion, that it means something to them.
Right. And then right now it puts Murray County on the boys' side in second place in the region. So.
I'll tell you what I feel like it is. I feel like it is just a program that consistently builds upon itself year after year and just getting a little incrementally better every year from when Burgueño had it, passing it on, and they've just done a really good job of just solidifying the program.
I agree. So, I mean, I remember, when we played and everything.
And that's on the girls' side too.
100%. I was going to mention, we never teams back, when I was in high school. I don't know if it was when y'all were in high school. Teams played Murray. I was like, oh, easy. Like, yeah, it's going to be a practice game. That's gone. That's from both the men and women. That's gone.
No, you're going to go play Murray, and you're gonna walk with a limp after the game.
100%. You either win the game or you lose, and it costs you.
Yeah. You're gonna be in a scrap.
Yeah, and then let's just flip it to the other team over there on the north side, North Murray. They actually had some games.
Get
some games now. The girls lost to Union County 9-1. The boys lost 3-2 to Union County, but Union is number 1 in their region right now. And then they had a game on Thursday where the girls lost 3-1 to LFO. The boys won 5-2 versus LFO. And then on that was it.
That was it,
yeah. Oh no, they played North Murray played Dalton Academy boys. They won 3-0 on Friday. So for the boy, and then the girls obviously they won 10-0. So
yeah, and here's a little hype on the North Murray girls side, and this is thank you to Sean Cargill for giving us this. Carly Clark, North Murray High School, she became the school's all-time leading goal scorer with 32 goals.
Awesome.
And there when she had 4 against TDA last week. So big congratulations to Carly Clark. Good job.
That's a superstar name right there, Carly Clark. And then, I mean, now it's Murray County sure and play LFO this upcoming week.
Yeah.
We'll see how they do. It would be a good
Well, in
comparison.
LFO, I mean, LFO is 1-4 in the region. They're 8th. North Murray is 1-1 at 7, but they still got a lot of games. There are 9 teams in this region. So
that's a big region.
If you look at Union County, they've already had 5 region games. They're sitting at 4-1.
Well, and interesting enough, Union County on the boys, they beat North Murray 3-2. So that's a pretty tight score, and about the same as I think they beat Murray. I think that was a 2-1. So you kind of look at a comparative score. I think it's going to be once again a nice little scrap between Murray and North Murray.
And remember, it's also senior night, so that adds on a little bit.
I'm
more.
looking that North Murray may be the deciding game to see who gets that 4th spot in the region.
Yeah.
The coveted 4th spot.
Hey, and can we also mention that was a nice win by North Murray to take care of Dalton Academy, because we all know if you don't have your crap together and you're playing Dalton Academy, you're going to get exposed.
Yes.
So once again, Coach, whose name escapes me right now, but North Murray just handling their business and consistently getting better.
Coach Chambers.
Chambers, thank you.
You know you love Coach Chambers.
Man, for anybody that knows me knows that like I do good to remember my own name. I'm surprised that I remember names around here half the time. So,
but there's still a lot to play for. We'll see how the season,
including the Fort Mountain Cup. I can't wait for
the
that.
Fort Mountain Cup. Yes. So, but with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break. And when we do come back, we're going to talk about Christian Heritage and Dalton Academy.
Big week.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
There has never been a better time to bank with Built-Well Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. And before we go talking about a little bit of Christian Heritage and Dalton Academy, let's go with that OptiLink. Let's go with that OptiLink scoreboard really quick. On Monday, we had Coahulla Creek girls winning 2-1 over North Cobb. Christian Heritage girls losing 8-0 to Kings Ridge Christian. Coahulla boys going down to North Cobb Christian 2-1. And then Kings Ridge Christian beating Christian Heritage 3-1. And then on Tuesday we had Northwest 5-1 winners over Lafayette. Dalton losing 2-1 versus Cartersville. Southeast losing 1-0 versus Cedartown. Coahulla Creek 3-0 win over Murray County. North Murray losing 9-1 to Union County. Those are all girls games. And then for the boys you had Northwest winning 9-0 versus Lafayette. Southeast versus Cedartown 2-1. Dalton 4-1 versus Cartersville in overtime. Coahulla Creek losing to Murray County 2-0, and then North Murray losing to Union County 3-2.
We do apologize to all the Lafayette people for Juan.
Juan redeemed himself right then. On Wednesday, we had Baylor 2, Dalton 1 on the boys' side. On the girls, Christian Heritage 0, Gordon Central 5. LFO 3, taking care of North Murray 1. Christian Heritage falling to Gordon Central 9-0. And North Murray handling business against LFO 5-2.
And on Friday the 13th, we got Coahulla Creek, Mercy ruling Rockmart girls 10-0. We got Dalton girls beating Southeast 8-0. We got North Wheat girls beating Heritage 3-2. That'll never get old. We got Murray County losing against Union County 8-0 for the girls' side. We got the Dalton Academy, Mercy ruled by North Murray for the girls 10-0. We got, from the boys' side, Union County boys beating Murray County 2-0. 2-0. We got North Murray boys beating Dalton Academy 3-0. We got Rockmart boys beating Cahola Creek. Cahola Creek boys beating Rockmart 10-0. We got Northwest boys beating Heritage 5-0. We got El Clásico's penalty shootout 0-0 that Dalton won on penalty kicks 4-2. And we have Christian Heritage girls beating Chattooga 2-0 and Christian Heritage boys beating Chattooga 1-0. And let's talk about Christian Heritage now.
I mean, let's go. Talk about it, Diego.
Let's talk about it. It's so exciting because we've talked about the shortcomings and the development
for the boys. They finally got their dub. They 11th game of the season. They finally got the dub that they needed. So now they're 1-10. I think it was a good, hard-fought win for them. Get their psyche up. They've been grinding over there, and it was against Chattooga, which we'll see how Chattooga's in their region, so it puts them in good standings.
Awesome.
Then you look earlier in the week, they did lose to
Gordon Central,
Kings Ridge Christian.
Which I got to admit, I know nothing about Kings Ridge Christian.
The Christian Derby.
Neither do I. But then the girls, the girls are coming along. They got another dub this past week. They moved their record up to 2-7. They also got a win on Friday versus Chattooga County 2-0. They did lose earlier in the they lost earlier in the week to Kings Ridge Christian 8-0.
And I mean the Sheriff's playing 3 times also because on Thursday they played Gordon Central. Gordon Central beating both Christian Irish girls and the boys. So I was glad to see on Friday the Christian Irish.
Well, and also Gordon Central's a little bit higher in the region region. I think they're region 2A if I'm not mistaken, or obviously.
Yeah, Gordon Central's had a strong program now too. Not what they were 5 years ago, because remember they had a state semifinal run. Not what they were. I think some of those, like some of that talent, got diverted to Calhoun, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I mean,
because Calhoun is sort of has.
Or was it Sonoraville?
Calhoun has dropped down.
Or was it Sonoraville they got diverted?
Because, Calhoun has dropped.
Somebody got that talent that was going to Gordon Central. Yeah. I don't know where it went, but
we got to find that talent. If you know where the talent went, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
But, so like right now, Chris Harris is doing what they're doing on the side. They are coming in.
What's interesting about like that 1A is I always feel like it's an easy entry level into the playoff. And then, you're probably going to end up drawing some, high-ranking team, and it's tough. But, you're probably going to get into the playoffs because of like how it's very strange, that 1A division, how it works out.
Well, this will be the last year of that because then next year they go back to different regions, classifications.
Yeah.
The private schools, I think, will be – and then they're going to have that multiplier of 1 to 32, regardless of region. You're going to be ranked, and this is how
sounds really complicated.
It'll be clear as mud, just like it is now.
That sounds so bad.
But, like I said,
that's why we can't remember what region anybody's in, because it's always different.
Can't we just be in one region?
I can't wait till they start changing regions mid-season. That'll help us out.
Get out.
Yeah, and it never will happen. But on the boys' side, let's just flip over to the Dalton Academy. They're coming in on the girls. Obviously they finally got their historic win, put them at 1-5. The Dalton Academy boys are coming in at 3-5 overall record, but they have won multiple. The majority of their games have been without them being a region, but the other games were always they were playing up. So I think Dalton Academy will come around. They will start turning their season around. The girls, hopefully, to get to build up on that momentum. But let's just look. Dalton Academy played. They lost to North Murray, but North Murray's in 2A. And then so they lost that one game on Friday. But then Dalton Academy played earlier in the week. I'm looking
for this week.
Yeah, no, last week. Or did Dalton Academy only have one game last week?
I believe they played that one game.
Yeah, they lost to North Murray 3-0. And the week before that, they won the Battle of Mill Creek. But looking ahead, like they got Dade County, Gordon Central. So Dade winnable, Gordon Central winnable, Armurchie. I think that's a tough one, if I'm not mistaken.
The girls are tough.
So and then they got Northwest. That's I think we all know what that is. Coosa, Heritage, and then at the end, that last game versus Fannin County.
What a way to end it.
That's a freaking grudge match is what that is.
I love hearing that. Is that the same day as the Classico?
But they're going to get it. What we didn't talk about, and which we will, Christian Heritage actually has got a game versus Northwest coming up. Actually tomorrow, both the boys.
Senior night for Northwest.
The boys and girls. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
It's going to go. It's
any betting?
No, not on that. I don't bet like that. So,
but both teams still got a lot to play for. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out. We'll see how it looks this week. Like you said, both the teams in that single A division have an easier path to the playoffs. Even some of them get lucky enough and get an open week that first round.
I keep bringing up Dalton Academy boys because, to be honest, they got the most to talk about at the moment in terms of so they are sitting second place, 1-0. Armurchie is sitting at the top of that 2-0 right now, and then followed by Fannin, Gordon Central, Dade. So, and then Chattooga sitting at the bottom at 0-4. So I think TDA, obviously they still control their own destiny in the region. Yeah. So
they just started the region.
It's a win-out situation.
All right. Well, with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break and come back. Let's talk about the upcoming games for this upcoming week, which is week number 6.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankley Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh yes, we can. Come see us.
Hey, welcome back to Monday Night Football. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. A big thank you to Elliott Media for making the show possible. We're coming to you from Matt Gadsden Community Center.
Come on, Matt.
I know you had to struggle not to say Gaston.
I did. It was a conscious thing for me not to say Gaston. It's great.
You're welcome.
It makes it sound French almost.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I like it.
But it makes it sound more cultured.
Oh, we're cultured, all right. Speaking of culture, let's go to the upcoming.
Speaking of culture, I want you to
OptiLink schedule for week number 6.
Please explain the culture.
Yeah.
Which we've already heard. This is being taped on Monday. There was a game scheduled for between Northwest versus Tryon. That game has now been canceled due to
the apocalypse,
snow flurries.
Snow-nado.
There are a lot of games on Tuesday. We have Northwest versus Christian Heritage, Dalton Academy at Dade County, Murray County versus LFO, North Murray versus Ringgold, Dalton at Allatoona, Southeast versus Hiram, Coahulla Creek at Gordon Central. Those are all girls' games. Then on the boys' side, you have Northwest versus Christian Heritage, Dalton Academy at Dade County, Murray County versus LFO, North Murray versus Ringgold, Southeast versus Hiram, Dalton at Allatoona, Coahulla Creek at Gordon Central.
And Thursday, I will be traveling to the Northwest game versus Calhoun at Calhoun for both the girls.
Traveling. All right.
Calhoun's actually closer to my house.
Monday Night Football on the road.
I will be traveling to that game. And then we got Christian Heritage at Dade County for the girls. We got Cahola Creek at Ringgold for the girls. And then, of course, we got Northwest at Calhoun for the boys. We got Christian Heritage at Dade County for the boys and Cahola Creek at Ringgold for the boys. No home games on Thursday. Everything's on the road.
We are now putting the accent on the at. All right, North Murray on Friday, the 20th, North Murray versus Sonoraville. Dalton at Cedartown, Southeast at Cartersville, North Murray versus Sonoraville. Creek goes to Tryon. Dalton Academy at Gordon Central, and it's on the boys' side. Southeast at Cartersville, and Dalton at Cedartown.
Last week we had that day where every team except North Murray was playing at home, and now we got where every team except North Murray is away.
So let's look at let's break it down let's look at Tuesday night's matchups. I think the one that stands out to me is obviously the Dalton Allatoona. Not so much on the girls' side. I think
the girls gave them a run last year. They are younger this year.
Yeah, I mean Allatoona's stout. So I mean if Dalton were to pull that one off, I mean that would be a big win right there. So
that Murray County LFO game looking tasty.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's at Murray County, and they got good food.
Oh, we were talking about tasty. Like, is it going to be competitive?
Yeah, and that's why I look at that Dalton Allatoona boys. Allatoona boys are going to be like through the roof for that match, and it's like in coming off the week. Once again, if you look at the week at Dalton, technically it was 2-1, two wins and one loss, like not that big of a deal. But if you get into the wins and into the loss, it was kind of a mixed bag week. So I'm really interested to how Dalton responds. I think it will tell us a lot about what kind of squad Coach Cheese has this year.
And then Allatoona really is 5-4, but like I said, they will be playing them, and it is at Allatoona, and I would expect a very raucous crowd to show up for
Allatoona. Look at their schedule. Allatoona 5-4, but they are undefeated in the region.
Yep.
Like I think that's that.
The game I'm calling out for Tuesday is Southeast Hiram for both boys and girls. We saw Dalton had to go into overtime to beat Hiram on the boys' side. What Southeast team is going to run? Like the way they played Friday versus Dalton, if they play like that, but obviously with more offensive minded, they should be able to run the table until they meet for El Clásico on April 16th.
But pulling out that kind of performance like day in and day out, I mean, it's one thing to say like, yeah, you played an excellent game against your crosstown rival, but I mean, the consistency comes in playing like that every game is your crosstown rival. That's tough.
I like that. Now, do y'all think the weather might play a factor in maybe some of these games not happening?
No, the weather tomorrow running. It's just supposed to be cold.
Oh, but that's it.
Okay. But then, this is like Jekyll and Hyde. Right now, it's like, I mean, they probably already put all that away because it was already 80 degrees for the last.
Get the hot chocolate back out.
Week and a half.
Too soon.
But then let's look at Thursday, Todd. I mean, there's no games on Wednesday. Thursday, what game? That Northwest Calhoun?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's the winner of.
I'll be reporting live through text.
Okay, with this caveat, you do have Creek and Ringgold.
Yeah.
Even on the girls' side, that's one that. That's an interesting game. I'll just leave it at that. I think it's an interesting game. And for the boys, it's a must win for Creek and it's a must win for Ringgold. For Creek to kind of stay alive in the region and for Ringgold to kind of like stay on top or to kind of like put themselves at the top part of that region.
Like one of the top seeds where they can get a first round bye.
Yeah,
or not a first round bye, but a first round home game.
But that's like a big game though.
So, and then let's look on Friday. No, you were calling this Sonoraville, North Murray, Sonoraville. I'm looking at the Dalton Cedartown because they're having to travel all the way down to Cedartown.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've ever done that drive on a bus. It's about an hour and 45 minutes.
I haven't.
It sounds terrible.
Have you?
No, it sounds terrible.
It's not the best ride down.
Having grown up when Northwest was the only 4A school in this area and having to drive to Cobb County schools like every freaking week for an 8-0 beatdown. Yeah, I can sympathize.
And then, I'm looking at that. I think Dalton should come out victorious in both of those. But the game that's really is that Gordon. Are you going to be going? So if you're going to Calhoun, Diego, are you going to go to the Dalton Academy at Gordon Central game?
So I have a dinner plan Friday night.
Oh,
I will be relying on y'all.
What is this dinner plan
with multiple people?
Oh,
okay. Well,
yeah, I knew you. I was letting y'all go. I was letting y'all go along with that, and then it's not that kind of dinner.
Okay, well,
it's a celebratory dinner.
We don't ask.
And Todd, what about this? What about the Southeast versus Cartersville, or anything on that Friday that you're looking at?
I mean, yeah. I mean, South. I mean, it kind of sounds redundant, but Southeast has just got to take care of business, and it's like Cartersville is going to be a tough out, and this is to be able to handle Cedartown, to go down there and get a win. That'll be a sign of massive maturation of this evolution of this Southeast team.
Wow.
What I said plethora, and he just said
maturation. Y'all making me sound
I'm just saying, this is a team that we know is young and has showed a lot of potential, but it's consistency that always lacks. And so if you can go and you can handle your business this week on the heels of an emotional high last week at Dalton, it'll speak volumes to what Coach Garcia is doing there.
That was poetry, Todd. That's beautiful. That entire
Glad I could help.
Monologue.
He does.
Wow.
He does get a little poetic when he wants to over there.
That was beautiful.
The other game I look at is that Cahulla Creek Tryon, not on the girls, but obviously on the boys' side. Tryon is tough. That's a tough place to go to play. I don't know. That's a tough one for Creek, I'll be honest with you.
And there's no good way to get to Tryon.
No. In case you haven't noticed, there's no good way to do east-west in the North Georgia area. North-south, safe. East-west, not good.
What is should be only 15 miles away is a 45-minute drive.
Makes no sense.
That's right.
Well, because you got to
through 3 states. You'll go through 3 states, and it'll take you an hour and 45 minutes.
We're talking time. We got to invest in like a helicopter or something.
Oh, no. That's Kirby Smart. With that, we'll go to commercial break, and we will come back for our closing act of Monday Night Football episode.
Closing act?
Could be a lot of nonsense.
Am I going to get up on this table?
No.
Do magic tricks?
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow. You are getting Kim diamond earrings.
Nah, I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
If you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
If you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football, our final segment here with the last 2 minutes. What I wanted to bring up, Todd, I know we opened up talk about Classical, and I want to end it with a Classical. And the reason I want to end it is because
Stop.
No, on the boys' game, let me just say, like, the game was so intense. They were fired up.
Okay.
They at one time it looked like they were about to come to fistcuffs.
I love hearing that.
Ooh.
But
I really regret that I wasn't there.
As soon as the game ended and the PKs were done, all that went to the wayside, and they all came and they congratulate each other. You had because you got to think about Little Ray Rivera.
Okay.
He coaches he plays the NGSA, a younger group. Brandon Munoz, NGSA keeper for the older age group. So a lot of these players, Joe Gonzalez plays for NGSA. So there was a lot of cross pollination, and they were at the end of the game. They were showing respect.
As someone who has complained over and over about the whole, where's this whole grudge been? I love hearing that during the game it exists, outside the game it doesn't.
I'm gonna give an analogy that was given to me.
40 seconds.
Yes, that was given to me by Dalton State coach Josh Goebel today when we were at work. We worked together, so in case
That's
you
super
guys don't
cool.
know. He said it's a lot like club teams play, like in England, right? English players that play for Manchester United, and you play for one team 1 week, and then the next week you're on the national team, and so but then you go back to your club team and you got to hate the guys from Liverpool,
Yep,
right.
and then you go play with them. It's the same scenario. So you got to kind of have this hate in your heart, like while you're wearing your school colors, and then maybe it lasts for 24 hours, and then you got to get back on the same team because now you got to go to a club game this weekend.
But like I said, great turnout. Everyone show out. Thank you for watching episode 6, and with that, we'll see you next week.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple, so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
To advertise your business on TV, contact Elliott Media at 706-529-4237.